Hello everyone, welcome to Plunify Cloud based FPGA development session. So we are from LogicTronix, and so Plunify is the cloud provider which provide FPGA development tool based cloud. That means you can utilize Plunify Cloud for FPGA development. Like you might heard about Xilinx VIVADO tool, Xilinx SDSoC, Xilinx SDAccel tool. So you can develop those tool-based design on Plunify Cloud and accelerate your design. So the time needed to synthesize, implement, and generate your design can be optimized. So your PC does not need to have higher configuration of RAM and CPU. So you can just log into Plunify and get the resources and optimize your process. So let's have a small look on the Plunify Cloud. So as we talk, it provides the FPGA development tools in cloud. So it has partners with Xilinx and AWS, so we can access Xilinx tools, and Plunify actually provides the AWS with resources, so we can also access those type of resources in Plunify Cloud. And Plunify already have installed and it have on-demand license of VIVADO tool, so we can just sign up and get the access. So you can just go to this plunify.com site. So actually this company is Singapore based company, and they are doing very good in terms of providing the interface for the clients who are interested on accelerating their design process or design development process. So the headache while compiling, synthesizing, implementing larger design on your PC, on your machine, is time taking. So you can just do that process on cloud. So it will reduce the time and it will send up the notification after the completion of any processes. So that will make much more easier. So basically they have a number of clients for this type of application. So, and another interesting thing is they also provide some trial version of or some 100 credit free version of access. So you can just get those 100 hour credit free access. So for that you can just sign up for the link, and let's go to the main login panel. So this is the main login panel. You can just go to this site cloud.plunify.com and you can get the free 100 credit hour access from here. So let's sign in on the cloud.plunify.com. So you can also sign up from here. You can just go to this location. So this is the main panel. So we are actually connecting the Amazon Web Service US Ohio based server. So actually Plunify is the third party. It provides main server access of AWS and it installs the Xilinx tool in AWS server. Basically you can also go to AWS. Actually AWS is the direct point of contact, but AWS provides the server architecture. You have to configure yourself. So LogicTronix is also providing such services like the Plunify. So you can also contact us. So we can configure the necessary services and tools and configure the architecture for you in AWS. So you can just start by developing your projects. So here are main three sections, and another is referral link. So you can also use this referral link. So you can get 50 credits on free. So you will also get, and I will also get the 50 credits on the referral. So there are three main features. Let's talk about first AI lab. Actually AI lab is interesting. So AI lab is actually the section where you can go and access different Xilinx based tools like VIVADO, SDAccel, and you can also have other tools like SDx, SDSoC, and it also provides some like tools is Cafe, TensorFlow, installation, and MathWorks. However, we only focus on Xilinx based tools. So this AI lab actually the cloud-based development environment, so we can develop on-demand Vivado tool-based projects. So after we request for the Vivado tool, it will configure and provide us necessary architecture. So we can log in, we can just enter into the Ubuntu desktop which it provides. So that desktop can be that desktop consists of the necessary Vivado or SDSoC or SDx family of tools, so we can develop with those. And another is FPGA expansion pack. Actually, expansion pack is actually the installation or the add-in on your Vivado tool. So if you have installed Vivado tool on your laptop or PC or machine, local machine, so this expansion pack actually integrate with your Vivado tool in local machine, so you can get such type of options, like you can just export the synthesis, implementation and generation process in the cloud. So this FPGA expansion pack actually takes the process from your local machine. While the local machine takes much time for synthesizing, implementing, you can just export it into cloud, Plunify Cloud. Just you need to have download expansion pack, and after you download it, install it and integrate with Vivado tool, then you will get some extra icons in your Vivado GUI. So they also have the YouTube video, so how to compile and create the project with Vivado and FPGA expansion pack. So we are much more interested on this AI lab. So this is cloud environment for hardware design. Another is InTime. So this is actually optimization software. So you can also utilize this InTime, so the FPGA design can be optimized automatically, and it optimizes the performance improvements and the time. So overall these things can be optimized, and there is also the tutorial on it, and we will talk about the referral link. So let's now go for AI lab, and let's just look on how AI lab is and how it can work. The email and login details are same as we enter here. So let's type it. So we just get the initial interface of AI lab. So we can select the necessary tool, Vivado or SDSoC based or SDx based tool from here, and we can also select the InTime. So this is actually run on Ubuntu machine in the cloud, so we don't need to have Vivado on local machine or SDx on local machine. So first of all, we have to select the tools, and we'll select the server and we'll connect it. So basically there are 3 steps. So we can select like Vivado 2018.2, and we can go to for server selection, and we can see the server architecture, different architecture, and it will also show up the number of credits which will consume, and the number of credits will results for the amount of charges. So we are currently at 50 credit hour free, so we can utilize free 50 credit hour. Actually the credit hour is different, so we have still 66.4 credit hour. So referral will get some 50 credit, and we have already run the 3 jobs, and there are other things. So you can also watch the video, contact them, start the tour, and frequently asked questions, etc. So this section will provide us the access of past projects which we have did on Ubuntu machine of Plunify Cloud. So let's again go to start server and select 2018.2, select the server architecture. Let's see what is the charge. So this is 5.3, 4.7 with 4 GB RAM. Actually for compiling the projects on Vivado, we need to have a little bit higher series of PC or machine, which consists of like 8 GB plus RAM and quad core CPU. So let's just search for it. 5.8 for 8 GB RAM, 5.3 for 15 GB RAM. I think this 15 GB RAM is much more good, so we can launch this session. So the FPGA tool and server architecture has been selected, so it will request for the request which we have made, and we can access the machine, and that machine have actually Vivado installed on this type of location. So for running the Vivado, we need to first of all go to this location, mntxpdc/Xilinx, and there we have version, Vivado version, and our project, which is inside this location in upcoming Ubuntu machine, will be saved. So other location is not safe, so you have to copy the necessary projects in this directory, so you can access from here. So every time you access the machine, so that machine may be different one. So if you have saved your project inside this home Ubuntu desktop projects directory, that will be copied to your file directory in here, else that will be lost. So you can also connect with BNC like PuTTY or other BNC tool, and we are not going to utilize BNC. We just use the normal web-based IP login system or IP access system. So it is still requesting. Sometimes this request actually take a little bit time because we are connecting with the US Ohio based server, AWS server. So our request first of all go to Singapore, and they will redirect their request to AWS Ohio. So it will take a bit time. So let's wait. So almost completing. So we get two interface, web or browser based interface, web browser based interface, and another is BNC based. And we need to have this password for logging in this system. So let's click on here and let's copy the password first. Let's click on it. So it will open up the Ubuntu machine, so we can look up on the Ubuntu desktop. So let's connect it. So let's enter it. So this is our desktop. So we can see here. So we have installed Vivado 2018.2 and the terminal is open. We can open the Vivado tool from here, or we can also open it from here. So let's try to open from here. So as the previous instruction for opening any Vivado tool from terminal, we have to follow this directory. So let's go it. So we have to follow this type of directory first, and we can start Vivado from terminal. Else we can just go to here and open it. Double click on it, so it will open. So this process, actually not every time you have to just go to change the directory and see the dir or the directory files. You can just type your command. Actually this first process has been followed lengthy because first of all seeing up how the architecture of folders is placed on. Sometimes the installation is maybe different on different machine. Like you can just place mntxpdc Xilinx /28.2/vivado/28.2/ setting64.assets. Actually this assets file is the source file. So this will set up the terminal for configuration and Xilinx tool environment setting. So we can just run up Vivado from here. So it is opening. So our GUI of Vivado is starting now. So the Vivado GUI has started. So the overall process after this is same, and let's just click on create new project, and this is the projects folder. So after you complete any projects on other directory, actually this is the Ubuntu machine, so you can locate your project on other directory. If you want to save that project, then you have to copy that project on this project directory, so it will be saved and you can access that file from here. So this project folder will give you the access of that file. Let's do next, and we can also relocate this project. So let's try to relocate it with, let's go to home, let's go to Ubuntu, there is desktop, inside there is project. Let's select it, let's do next, let's do idle project and do not specify source at the time. Let's select the board. Sometimes you might not get appropriate board, then you have to select the parts. For now let's select the board. Actually we want to have BCU 1525. actually we are working with some mining project, but that architecture is not here. We can compile similar design for BCU 118, that is Ultra Scale Plus. Yeah, we also get the 1525. Excellent. So let's do next, let's finish. So this project will be stored inside these projects, and we can access that project from here. Let's refresh it. It is still syncing. Hope it will show up after we close the desktop. So it is still processing. So let's make it big. Actually, we are not going to do any regular project. This is just a swap, demo swap. So we are interested on, let's try to make this window a little bit larger. Let's make it larger, however. Let's go to IP catalog. We just want to, actually this machine is just like normal machine, so not much faster. For a faster machine, we have to select the appropriate configuration. So let's configure PCI Express Ultra Scale Plus integrated block. So let's double click on it. We're just going to run the simulation of this after opening example design. So let's place everything as default, so we can just click on OK. We can also do some basic project with this interface, cloud-based Vivado tool interface from Plunify. And we're also working with Xilinx Cloud and AWS. So if you want any help or assistant for developing your project on those in Plunify or Xilinx Cloud or AWS EC2 F1, then you can just contact us from info@logictronix.com. We also have placed our email on the footer, and in the description we can also get the more details. So we also have the past project here. We have run the SDAccel project last time in AWS, so our project is still singing. So it just have 2 core of CPU. So let's just click on generate. Let's see how much time it will take. Actually, in normal machine it takes, generation is not a complex thing, but it takes some 10-15 minutes, and for simulation it will take like 1 to 3 hours in normal machine. And this Plunify Cloud machine is also like the normal, and it might take similar time. However, let's see. And if you want to just like work this system in the remote, in the cloud, and you can just have other works, you don't need to watch continuously in it, because it can work itself and it will mail you after completing the tasks. So you can also set up those things. And let's go to here. For closing this server, you can just close from here. Another thing is you can just force terminate this from here, and you can, if you terminate, you cannot resume it. And like if you want to resume, let's just close it. And if we want to again open that Ubuntu desktop, then you can just click on it. It will again ask for the password, so you can copy it and run the desktop, and it will be still running because it is happening on cloud. So you don't need to worry about is that machine stops or anything, because in the backend we are running on AWS. Plunify is the third-party interface. Plunify is not owning the cloud; they are just leasing AWS and configuring its own requirement, Plunify requirement, and they provide the clients. So it seems it will take a bit time. So let's minimize it. And this is just the first demonstration, so you guys can work with much more projects. And do not forget to include your project or take your project in this directory, so you can get a file access from here after terminating your desktop. So let's just, actually the file is not syncing here. After we terminate this desktop, we can see on that panel. So it is still working on. I think the CPU we have selected is quite less resourceful. Only dual core is there. We might need to have 8 cores and 16 GB of RAM. That will be a little bit faster, else other things are like the local machine. So guys, we are just going to terminate this Vivado and exit from it for now. We will run this application in another time. So we can exit from it. Now let's terminate from here. Let's terminate. Let's click on OK. So we can go to account and we can see how much resources we have taken. Actually, we have consumed this number of credit and we have this number of credit left. So guys, thanks for watching. This is all on the Plunify AI Lab FPGA Development Cloud. So aside of it, they have other features like FPGA expansion pack, which will integrate on your local machine based Vivado tool, and another is in-time optimizer. So we'll swap Xilinx Cloud and AWS EC2 F1 Cloud in next session. Keep streaming us, and if you have any queries, you can just write us mail at info@logictronix.com. We'll respond you within 24 hours. Thanks for watching.